Yo, what up, though? Chicago King Dave in the building. What's good, my guy?
Man, what's the business?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it, man. You know, I'm glad to have you here. Like we just talked off camera a little bit. We tried to lock in at Chicago, but, you know, sure. I pushed out, wasn't willing to come. Hey, down to the stoves, man.
Pump faking.
Yeah, man. Trying to figure out that politic, man.
Yeah. It's difficult in Chicago. It ain't easy.
Not at all, but it's a hotbed though. Like anybody that come there to get content, it causes they page to go crazy.
And how it does.
Speaking on that, so just starting off before we get into the story and the journey, like what's some things like if somebody come to Chicago for the first time or trying to navigate Chicago in this blog space, what's some do's and don'ts?
Listen, don't do a lot of talking. First of all, know the people that you're dealing with. I know you ain't gonna know them personally, but you gotta know who cool with who. You know what I'm saying? And be a little familiar with where you're going. So it's good if you're a blogger or you vlogging to have your own space and basically put it downtown. That's a little better, you know. Even though shootouts and shit gonna happen down there, but you know that'd be better than you going to them. Yeah, because they will take your cameras and shit.
I remember hearing a story of Cotton Say Cheese. And my artist I was managing at the time, Fat Boogie, when they showed up in Chicago for the first time. And I want to say he was pulling up on like TTB Nez and them.
Yeah.
And they said they pulled up in the hood and Fat Boogie, you know, my guy's supposed to be a gangster. He said, niggas with dreads and white t-shirts came out from everywhere. He was like, nigga, it's just me and Cotton and another camera dude. He was like, nigga, the first time in my life, nigga, I was scared.
Yeah. Yeah, they was on the 9 then. That's where they from.
Yeah.
You know? Shit, them the trenches, shit. You know, you got to be prepared, though. But, you know, back then was a little different.
Yeah.
You know, you really, a little bit was able to do that. Right now, I wouldn't tell people to do that shit.
Nah, so none of all that hood vlogging, pulling up in the hood.
That shit dead.
So, okay, so one dude, like, know who you talking to. Listen, what's one more thing, a do or don't, when you show up in Chicago?
Don't choose no side. You know what I'm saying? And don't speak about other people. You know, be like a lawyer.
Yeah.
When you go. Just make it all about them. Don't be like, I just went and saw Rodney and them. No, don't do none of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them who you saw already or who you got coming or nothing. Just make the interview all about that person. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That was the hardest part about booking interviews in Chicago because everybody wanted to know who was before them and who was after them.
Yeah. But you just got to boss up and just tell them like, I won't give out that information.
Yeah.
Because that's just like my podcast. You know what I'm saying? They want like, who you going to team me up with? I be like, I know who you into it with. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to put you with a girl. You know, I'm going to make it smooth for you. Then I don't even tell her or him who they coming on with. So if I bring somebody that's hot on, I ain't going to tell the other person. You know what I'm saying? Until they get there. Because I want them telling their brothers and all that. So once they get there, then they be like, oh, why you didn't tell me wasn't it? Oh, it was last minute.
Got you.
It worked better that way.
Now, your upbringing, you from East Chicago, East Side?
Yeah, the East Side, yeah.
Known as the pocket? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Well, kind of break down that definition of that, man, because you the first person I ever interviewed knowingly from the East Side.
The East Side, man, it's one of the most, to me, one of the most stylish. To me, like, that's where the style come from.
Okay.
Like the East Side, but it's treacherous over there, though. You know?
So you're like the Harlem
of
Chicago. Is it fly?
Fly, yeah. The East Side fly. I definitely can say that. The West Side, they get a lot of money and shit, but they ain't fly like the East Side.
Okay. So give me the stereotypes of the other two. Y'all known as fly. West Side, what is they known as stereotypically?
Man, getting money.
Getting money.
You know what I'm saying? They more like people from the South.
Okay.
Like then, you know what I'm saying? The way they dress, like they get their style from us. And I fuck with a lot of West Side people, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they know the East Side. In the South, we be styling. It's different.
Got you. Now, in the South, what's the stereotype down there?
The same like the East Side, really.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
They get fly.
Yeah.
Now, is it a North, or is the North kind of considered suburb?
It's a North. That's where like Polo and them from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they, the past few years, when like Pappy popped out, you know, they started getting their notoriety and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now, I interviewed Queen Key. She was like, she from the burbs.
Yeah, she from the burbs.
So that's, Is there any gangsters in the burbs? Like,
There's gangsters everywhere.
got you.
All around the world. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be Chicago. It's gangsters in Utah. It's gangsters in San Antonio.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on. You can go to San Antonio and get robbed, beat, killed, everything. So gangsters all around the world.
Is it though, like, I know for me growing up in Detroit, I grew up on Joy Road, but like when a person make it out to the burbs, like Southfield, you know what I'm saying, Ferndale, Birmingham, it feel like you made it. Like you hear somebody living in the burbs, they made it. Is it the same in Chicago? You cross over to the burbs?
Yeah, not today.
Nothing. Okay.
Really, in Chicago, you got to go live in another state to feel like you made it. Even downtown right now. Downtown, you getting robbed, car getting took, killed, all type of shit. Like, it's treacherous. So you really got to move out of town. Then you like, damn, I made it. You know what I'm saying? You stay downtown, shit. It's still busting down there. So,
can you break down why they call the East Side the Pocket?
Well, it ain't just the East Side. It's the Pocket. The East Side is the East Side. But the Pocket is just another community. But it's built like a pocket, like a back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
So 69 and Kimbark and stuff is like one way in, one way out. You know what I'm saying?
So prior to becoming the King Dave that we know you today to be, like, what was your upbringing like? Like, what was your aspirations?
I was a hooper.
Okay. That's
what I came from. That's what like everybody knew me from. So before I went to the Pocket, I was down in Paxtown. That's on the east side too, but it's all 71st. You know what I'm saying? And I was down in Paxtown before I end up just spending like damn near the rest of my career in the Pocket. But I grew up playing ball and shit,
Now, with the ball, like, how far did you go? Like, because I know Illinois is a huge basketball state.
Yeah.
Football, y'all ain't that good. Like, I didn't play Northwestern in college, beat them. What's the Illinois? They trash. They Big Ten. They always been trash. So, but basketball has always been your thing, man. Like,
it's a mecca. Chicago, mecca for basketball.
Yeah, man. Like for you though, like, did you really pursue basketball heavy?
Yeah, I did. I went to New Mexico.
Okay.
I was one of the top guards in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know all the hoopers. But, my upbringing, I had got brought up in the streets. At that time, my father, he was going through a rough time in his life, him and my mom. But, my father, he wasn't, he was in the streets. He wasn't in tune with life at the time.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, if I would have had him on my neck, I would have went farther with that shit. But I went to college. I did a little overseas, came back home. I ain't like it. I played IBL. That's International Basketball League, Well,
so you was pushing it for sure.
Yeah, but I had got tired of it because it was like the goal was to go to the league. And it was like the niggas I knew was going to the league. And I wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden it was like, you undersized. You got people like LeBron, 6'9", doing everything I was doing, and he was 6'9". You know what I'm saying? So the game had changed. So.
At what time did you start seeing fashion in your future and tapping into that side?
From the east side, I've been fly.
Been fly.
Man, when I was a kid, been fly. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never been like one of them dudes that's like, I gotta have this Louis scarf with the, what's the name? I can go to Target and you would see me and be like, damn, he fly. You don't even know this from Target. I'm that type of fly. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say Gucci, Louis, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? For you to feel like I'm flat. When you see me, you just be like, damn, he can dress. But that's just that east side swag. We can take $40 and go to a party and you just like, man, you killing them in here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, they say every athlete always want to be a rapper and every rapper always want to be an athlete. At any point in time, did you try to jump out and be an artist?
Man, I've been rapping since 8. I grew up to Pop, Nas and stuff, so been rapping. We used to been writing raps when we used to be taking the bus on our trips to go play other teams or Miss Duran class and algebra. I was in there writing raps and everything. I have been rapping, but at that time, people weren't like, only a selected few was rapping. Everybody wasn't rapping. And then when I figured out they hate hoopers that turn to rappers, I'm like, yeah, that shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? But I should have did it because I actually was nice. I waited till later on in my career to put some songs out and people gravitated to it. But I was just like, nah, I ain't finna keep doing that. That's for the little niggas,
Now, when did you start actually branding and putting together the Fuck Fame?
2011, 2012. And then 2011, and then going into like 2012, That was like after like Lil JoJo died. I had like some shirts and stuff at the time. Then I ended up getting incarcerated for a few months. And then so when I got out, I just started going crazy. So like that 2012 era, like that's where everybody really was like, fuck fame, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, you saying you was locked up, how long were you down for?
That was my first time. Some shit. I had some traffic shit, some fraud shit, and I couldn't burn out. I had a warrant here. You know how the system works.
Gotcha.
They're like, yeah, we're going to keep you. And I'm like, man, I'm copping out. I want to go home. I ain't finna keep sitting here for no year, you know?
Got you. Okay, so you got the shirts out, you doing your thing with those. And I saw like launching a brand there, it's always about being careful who the first one to wear it because the other side is against it. Has it always been like that, or is that start to become more popularized once like y'all drill music scene jumped off?
Yeah, the drill music, you know, because I set the tone for that shit. You know, it was really one other brand out that was in the streets, and they weren't like from the streets.
Got you.
So when I dropped Fuck Fame, I was from the streets out here, you know what I'm saying? So I set the tone for that. But when I dropped Fuck Fame, Dirk was supposed to have been the first person to wear it.
Okay.
Literally. But it ain't go as planned. You know what I'm saying? We was locked in back then. But it ain't go as planned, so shit, I put that shit on Duck, Billionaire, Lil J and them, you know what I'm saying? Stunt Taylor, I put it on all them. But I got Twitter messages, literally, Dirk's supposed to be the first one to be wearing that shit, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, wars started kicking off. And people started choosing sides, you know what I'm saying? So when I dropped the brand, it was like now niggas was into it, you know what I'm saying? But if I would have dropped it a little before that, Dirk definitely would have had it on.
If you could pinpoint a time in Chicago, what do you think kind of jumped off the war overall?
I mean, just misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? No guidance. It could have been a cap put on it. But, you know, it wasn't no big homies at home, no OGs to even talk to them. You know what I'm saying? But if we had somebody to really step in the middle, if we had a baby, a P, a nigga with some real paper, that can be like, you know what, I'm going to sign you. I'm going to sign you. He go 500,000, he go 500,000. Nigga, ain't no beefing. Wouldn't have been no war. But we ain't had nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
So when you see people like Ye come out and he say he was a BD?
Stone.
That's what he said when he...
Calumet.
Okay.
They named him K-Rock. That's what it's on.
So when you see Ye like jump in and kind of... Because it made it like he picked a side. Because I know he did this when he was doing his listening session. He had Ruger up there with him. Did you think that caused more divide?
I felt like that was a boss move. He billionaire. Fuck, them niggas ain't finna be... It was Dirk and Ruger on his album. I felt like that was love. I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might not agree with it, Ruger agree with it, Dirk might not. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't even make a difference. Y'all on Kanye shit, you know? That shit gonna put money in your pocket even when you gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a big move. Ain't nobody never come back. You ain't never see R. Kelly come back putting rappers in position. So shit, look at Ruger right now to this day. Shout out to Ruger. So
wait, speaking of clothes and Kanye, a couple of things is, number one, since you in the fashion, the Balenciagas, like, is the clothing game a finesse? Because I seen these dirty ass Balenciagas, like they all beat up, dirty, but it's selling for like $1,500, and I'm trying to understand the psyche of a person that would buy that.
I ain't gonna even say like it's a finesse. To me, it's cool to have luxury stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when people got that name and they got money, they literally do use the cheapest material quality of shit. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it kind of do be a finesse. Because there's brands out here that's using fucking Gildan t-shirts and charging $1,000, but I know the game. If you can trick them, you can beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. So I wouldn't step on their feet with that. You know what I'm saying? But I won't go bad, and I know it's a Gildan tee, and I hate how they fucking fit. You know what I'm saying? But if you sell them the same fucking t-shirt with that Gildan tag and you put the logo on, I bet you they complain. You know what I'm saying? So
then Kanye getting backlash as well with Gap and his new Yeezy, like selling the clothes out of trash bags.
Man, that's his idea. He had a premonition. He saw something. This is what he saw. You know what I'm saying? And he might be doing this for a reason because it might make people start donating more money to homeless people, start treating them better and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You picked your clothes out of bag, but you rolled past somebody picking clothes out of bag and laughed at them. Mm-hmm. See, I be thinking like that. I don't look at Kanye like, oh, he a fool, he a clown.
But psychologically, if you, because you know Kanye brands be top price, right, top shelf type of clothing. To go to the store and reach down in the garbage bag and just grab a shirt, do that make you feel like, man, I'm kind of being whole right now? Like, they know I'm just going to buy this because of who it is, no matter how it's presented.
No, it don't make me feel like that. And that's to be honest.
Okay.
Like, actually, I like that idea. It's different. Like, it's different from walking in, moving the racks. You know what I'm saying? You finna go through a bag, you looking for something. He different. Like, you got to understand where dude coming from. He different. And it's okay to be different. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you gay. Now, everybody coming out they gay. Tevin Campbell, we just talked about this with my brother today. Tevin Campbell came out. Even though we been knew dude was gay, but he being him. It's a new idea, something new. So to me, I embrace that type of shit. And I think like that. You know what I'm saying? But if I drop it, they gonna laugh because I ain't made it to it yet. You know what I'm saying?
So you just hit a certain level and people don't care. People just gonna buy in.
Yeah. Okay. Jay-Z can just get on the mic, jibba jabba, woo woo woo, wopsky bosky, me and B, and everybody about that shit.
That's facts.
But they gonna say it's trash, but go to the concert and pay $700 for a back seat way up there in the nosebleed. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's true.
So I know you was real close with Zach.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
How did you meet Zacktv?
I met Zach. We just happened to bump into each other. And then, like, you Zacktv, oh man, you King Day? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna have a yacht party. And he brought Rome, all the niggas from 10-5. I'm like, y'all good. I had a yacht party, 400 plus people on that bitch.
Damn.
Bussin'. From that day, our friendship literally was like this. He brought his camera, and niggas that was like dying for a Zacktv interview at that time. It was like, if you was on there, Zach had you on there. You know what I'm saying? It's still up on this page.
Now, what year was this?
2014.
Okay, so do you know about the time that Zach picked up the camera and really start like going crazy with the interviews?
2011.
2011.
2010, 2011, yeah. Because he had them first Chief Keef interviews. You know, Keef, that 2011, Keef dropped a lot of music. In 2012, he was signed soon as the first quarter opened. Zach had already had interviews with him. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So he had already been out there.
When you think of like Zacktv, how was, for people who may not know who he was, what was his contribution to Chicago? Like, how would you define him, his legacy?
I definitely give him GOAT status. Because everybody couldn't go to them neighborhoods. He'll leave E-Day and them and go to JoJo in them neighborhood, the Brick Squad, interview them. Everybody couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like I could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zach was special. It took heart and courage to go into these neighborhoods and do this. Even when backlash came on Twitter. Oh, you interviewing the ops. Zach could talk to them. Man, I'm not going to tell nobody where you at. He used to keep it real with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when all that Kanika Jenkins stuff came out, rest in peace, you know, Rest Our Soul came out, I'm like, Zach ain't had nothing to do with that. There's just some theory stuff that black people be throwing out there. But Zach a GOAT.
Yeah.
He GOATed forever GOATed.
So can you take me through the night when Zach got passed? Well, before we go to that, what made you think, what made him be able to kind of navigate both hoods and have kind of that immunity to do such things like that most people couldn't do?
Because he kept it up front with people. You know what I'm saying? He like, I ain't their friend, I ain't your friend. We doing business. I'm not gonna tell him where you at if I come to your house. You know what I'm saying? That's very important detail.
Yeah.
And people caught on to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, I'm a hood CNN. The news reporter can go over here and go over there. And nobody gonna say shit to Mary Jenkins. That's a news reporter for Channel 2 or Channel 7. You know what I'm saying? So Zach compared himself to them. And people started catching on. And like, yeah. You know, some people still was in their feelings about it because they really hated this side or that side. But Zach used to be upfront with people. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't post this person more than the other. He posted his interviews. You know what I'm saying?
So the night Zach get killed, like, how did you find out about the information and how has it impacted you?
You know, he was at my show that night. I had an indie show, all Chicago artists. And it was a peaceful night, great event. All the artists showed up, performed, made a lot of money that night. And Zach wanted to bring an artist, his homie. And he just got back from Vegas. He called me last minute. I was telling other artists, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm booked, it's already done. Cause I be on time, I'm like Live Nation.
Yeah.
You know, if I say 8 o'clock, we starting at 7:58. If you ain't there, I don't care who you is, and everybody know that about me. You can be with me every day. Best friend. If your ass ain't there, your ass ain't performing. That's just how it go. Cause I ain't finna you gotta keep your name good with this shit, you know? So he called me and he had somebody he wanted to perform, and I'm like, bring them, you good. Gave him a time, they came, showed up, left the show, something happened, and he ended up dead, you know what I'm saying?
I know I was hearing rumors that, you know how the YouTube conspiracy things go crazy. And I don't know if the girl you just named that passed away was the girl that was in the freezer.
Yeah, Kanika Jenkins.
Yeah, and so some people was like, well, he was reporting on it too much. And it was pressure like, hey, you digging in it too much. And that was possibly the reason why he was gunned down.
Nah, hell no.
You just feel like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. You know, it just went bad that night. You know, the wrong place, some bad decisions. And I don't even know if they was on him. The people that did it was bad decisions for them. You know what I'm saying? Zach was a good person, man. He was loved in Chicago. So think about it. He went to some of the roughest communities in Chicago that people can't even pay to go.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened to him. How he get killed downtown. So they tell you, that wasn't for him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The cause of his death, like the streets talking, like what was you hearing amongst like the people in the community and the artists that he impacted?
As far as like positive things?
Yeah, like as far as him just like being, because did anybody ever expect like it could happen as that? Being that he's solo?
Hell no. After all them interviews he did with all sides and people ops, nobody feel like that. I ain't never think like, you know, I was standing outside and heard the shots.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I say, damn, somebody got fucked up down there. Excuse me. 15 minutes later, chick FaceTime me, showing me. They putting Zach on the stretcher, crying. I'm like, Zach? The fuck? Literally was like a block and a half away.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the front, paying my DJs, like DJ Amaris. Yeah, me and DJ Amaris out there. I'm like, man, you get paid, they give you the money. I gave somebody else the money. He like, yeah, then we boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna get the fuck about it. I'm like, yeah, they just fucked somebody up down there. Never knew that was Zach.
Damn.
Never knew that. Until I got that call. Damn, they like, yeah, they finna take him to the Northwest Hospital. Then they called me back like, man, he gone. I was in tears. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't did another show since that.
I know when Zach passed, say Cheesy even jumped off doing interviews for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, me and him had a talk, man. Sean, he a good dude. Me and him had a talk a lot. We always had a good relationship. Anytime he come to Chicago, he called me. I'm going to this neighborhood. All right, cool, you know. But when Zach died, man, had gotten a little closer. You know what I'm saying? FaceTime, he was checking on me and stuff like that. So I was appreciating that, you know?
Yeah. So mentally, like you knowing that he left your show, like what was your mindset for a while after that happened? Did you think like anything that you felt like you could have did differently?
I still live with that shit to this day. I always be like, but I know there was nothing I could do. I wasn't there. I didn't know shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like, damn, I should have just told him fucking no, and he would never been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I literally told multiple people no. People like, man, I'm going to give you 500, 300. And I'm like, no, it ain't about the money. I run a tight set. I got everybody lined up. I got it locked in with the club owner. We're going to be out of here at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? And we want to party after that. People want to hear y'all rapping all damn day.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I knew a bunch of y'all don't fuck with the niggas that's on there. That's why y'all want to go on here. So I stopped all that. Just, fucked up.
Do you think the news, like, over-represents Chicago with the negativity, like the killings and the things of that nature? Like, is it accurate?
I mean, I feel like they represent all of the black communities wrong. They put us on the news and portray us as animals. It ain't even just Chicago. You go to Atlanta, they smoking shit. Dallas smoking shit. Houston, New Orleans, Utah. Killings is happening in all the communities. You know what I'm saying? White folks killing.
Yeah.
They always make us out to be animals. Always. Think about it. Go back to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They was making us animals then.
Yeah.
During the civil rights moments. This been going on. This ain't nothing new. No, it's just new people that don't know about the history that feel like this. But no.
Because I seen a report and they was talking about crime rising in other cities like Atlanta, et cetera. And they was blaming it on like people from Chicago and people from New Orleans when they relocate to other cities is them causing the crime to go up. Like, what would you say to that?
Any place there's a lot of money and a lot of black people, drugs, alcohol, there's going to be some violence. They know that. So it ain't Chicago. It ain't even New Orleans. It's just, that's our culture.
Yeah.
It's our culture. Shit. Everybody should be used to the fucking, and you know what, I want to put it out like that, but we kind of immune to this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you 16, 15, 14, you ain't immune to it. But by the time you hit your 30s, you be like, shit. They be like, such and such, dad. You be like, oh, okay. Where y'all want to go eat? That's how it is. You get immune to this shit.
How many funerals you think what's the most amount of funerals you think you've been to?
I don't go to funerals.
You don't go?
I went to Zach, Corey, close people to me, but I don't go to funerals. I know they get shot up. The ops, they're looking for people. I don't do the funerals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
I had interviewed KingVon people, and it was crazy when they said that like they couldn't find a funeral home. The funeral, because it wasn't a public funeral, right? It was
no,
it was private. No. It was supposed to be like 30 people.
No, and I imagine nobody wanted to let us have his funeral in Chicago, because of who he was. They was afraid, if you want to say that. Like,
okay, so and then another thing, let me clear this up for the people saying he had a cheap funeral and all of this. Davon got a grandma on his daddy's side that's disabled. His uncles and everybody on his daddy's side was saying like, because at my grandma's funeral in April, when I was here, he was there.
Right.
He like, he made a joke. He like, y'all groupies say y'all crying and shit. Granny won't want y'all crying. Like, y'all lame and say y'all better not be crying at my motherfucking funeral. I want a motherfucking I want to be cremated because y'all ain't gonna be crying over my fucking casket.
That'll take him.
Yeah. And then the one funeral home that agreed to take him told him they had to bury him the very next day.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then the dude leaked his body.
Man.
His autopsy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
That was very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't do funerals. I ain't going. I'm sorry. It got to be a family member.
Yeah.
And it ain't even no disrespect, but it's kind of like you get caught up in they shit.
Yeah.
You know how many people have been shot just in Chicago probably 2 weeks ago? It's a funeral. The ladies that do praise dancing and all this shit got shot. 3 of them.
Man.
Literally. They pulling up to funerals. So it's like, I ain't got time for that shit. Shit, now they feel like you really love this person, you really fuck with them. They feel like you would set their ass up. So I ain't going to no funerals.
I mean, me coming again from Detroit, I personally never heard of nobody funeral get shot up. And when Mama Duck told me the story, it was a Newski funeral in Wooski. I always get the skis messed up, but I guess they was outside and she was just like...
Dooski. That was Dooski funeral.
Yeah.
That's when Wooski got hit.
Yeah, and she was just like, hey, y'all better keep y'all head on the swivel. They shooting up funeral. And she's like, soon as she said that, they start shooting the funeral up and she hit the ground. And I was like, damn. What about that time when the funeral was shot up?
That was crazy too. Shit, I'm always in the midst of somebody damn bullshit. That's another thing. You can't even go pay your last respects to people, goddamn it, without somebody trying to re-kill your ass again. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that damn feeling. I think I spoke that shit into existence because I was talking to Fat Shorty. And we was coming out the church. And I looked over at Fat Shorty and I say, y'all keep y'all head up, Fat Shorty. You know they ain't playing fair. This what I'm telling Fat Shorty. I'm like, shit, they shooting up from the roof too. And the minute I walk my dumb ass towards my car, I hear pow. Then I hear pow, 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 pow. And I hit the dirt. 7 people got shot, including Wooski. Like, I was scraped up, knees scraped up. I ran down there, I saw Wooski laying in the street. And then his head was swollen. And they turned him on his side and a whole bunch of blood just came out of his mouth. And I just started screaming. And my daughter started screaming. Yeah. He back now though. Wooski back, baby. God ain't done with him yet neither, so he back.
Yeah, man, they been shooting up funerals. Shit. I ain't going to no funeral.
None.
Yeah. Like, I fuck with you. We gotta been through some shit. You gotta be one of mine. So then it's like, it's different. I gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I got a lot of respect for you, love for you. I just don't want to involve myself in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really was, I was raised like, if you got to be taking all these guns and nervous to go, like, don't go.
Yeah.
So that's how I live.
But now here in Texas, everybody got a gun. It's just part of the old lady walking in Walmart.
Yeah. I'm fine with that, though.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Charleston White been heavy critical about Chicago, everybody. He can't even just say Chicago. Shout out to Charleston. But he's been very much on KingVon and that he's a demon and he deserved to die and God did the world a favor, yada, 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 things of that nature. When you hear Charleston speak out against gun violence and gangs and gang members dying, like, what's your take on it?
I'm going to be honest. I like Charleston White and I hate Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? It's like a love-hate type relationship.
Yeah.
If you dig what I'm saying. The nigga, he very knowledgeable with things and he do say things that people are afraid to say, but some things you shouldn't say. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Just like they got up with him, he was apologizing the other day on the camera about Nip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you standing on this shit, don't get on there and apologize now. You know what I'm saying? Because they got you now. You can't even tell how he was acting. It was different for him. But he be saying some good shit. But if you from the streets, some shit, you don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that people do, I might disagree with it. But who am I to go out there putting it out there like that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That means you just asking for trouble. I like to go be peaceful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I don't like something, I might just be like, I ain't gonna do no business with him. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna get on the internet like, Von deserved to die. Like, no. I feel like that uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he really feel like that or he doing it for the internet, but if he really feel like that, some things you just move on. Because there's people out here that hurt you. And people like Von, you got fans everywhere. Yeah. You can be walking out of a liquor store in motherfucking North Utah. Pop, motherfucker pop your top. Then they get on their internet bragging about it. Charleston White killed in Utah. So I don't have time for all that, so. Yeah. But I like Charleston White, but I be hating him sometimes.
What you say, usually when you agree, you all the way agree, but when you disagree, you be like.
Yeah, I be like, now why the fuck he saying that? But then when I saw him apologizing, I'm like, he ain't standing 10 toes down, because if you say something, just die about it then. That's how I feel.
Now, when excuse me, when that video came out of him apologizing, he did come and say in that video, that ain't nothing new. That's what he's saying.
End of the day, you apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But I like him and I hate him.
Charleston wild, man.
No, he is.
He
like,
wild as
he
hell.
different, but he be speaking some real shit. But he'll get on there. I don't know if he be high or what the fuck. Well, he really feel like this, but some shit just ain't meant to be put into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Say that shit to your lady in the house, you know?
Dude, I look at it like, do somebody really want to hurt him? Because we see like the altercation, well, not even altercation, but being in the same area with 600 Breezy. Mm-hmm. And it seemed very cordial. I know 600 Breezy was saying it was like out of respect for whoever mutually spot they was at. But it really seemed like, because I mean, Charleston, he talk his trash, but when you see him in person, his size, it makes you be like, bro, I'm just not going to get nothing because he's a small guy.
Yeah. I mean, some people don't care about that. They don't give a fuck how little Charleston is. So, if he's in Chicago, trust me, this should be different.
Got you.
Yeah.
KingVon, Dirk, like, and I know you said you had a relationship with Dirk early on.
Yeah.
How did you meet with Dirk and what's like your relationship like now?
You know, he was just starting off. I was in the street. I had a hot artist at the time that got locked up. And, you know, we just bumped paths. We kicked it a little bit. He actually did a song for an artist that I had back then. You know what I'm saying? So we did a favor for each other and shit like that. So, you know, and this was like really before all the BDGD shit really just got heavy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Dirk he was a cool nigga.
And so, like, with your relationship with him now, like, when was the last time you actually had a conversation talk to him?
Honestly, I don't talk to Dirk. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't... If I bumped into him, it'd be like love, but he gone.
Yeah.
He on a whole nother level, so his life different. You know what I'm saying? So he doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Recently, I mean, cause Chicago been hot, man. So many people. Bandman KingVon. He been going crazy on the Say Cheese interviews. I see him jumping around. I think when he was no jumper, things of that nature. But I do see like him and 16 Shot him kind of had like that riff.
Yeah.
And people calling snitch. And see, I feel like the snitch jacket is so thrown away.
They call who a snitch?
Bandman KingVon.
Why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what's your relationship? Do you have a relationship with him?
I know Bandman. Like, you know, he ain't came to my store before. All type of shit. We didn't talk in DM, but I don't know nothing about being snitch. I don't snitch on none of my people, so I don't know none of that shit. So I wouldn't even speak on that. I don't speak on things I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing. He gets shit trending. Shit. He got his body done, and I just look. Men getting their body done beating BBL. So I might want... I'm gonna fuck with him because I see Shug fuck with him heavy. So that nigga get shit trending, man. Shout out to Bad Man, man. I ain't gonna lie.
What'd you think about men getting the BBL or getting the transformation?
I mean, man, whatever float your boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, we gotta stop being so judgmental of people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. If a nigga don't want to go to the gym and he don't want to get like me, and he want to go get it done and take the short route, go ahead. I ain't gonna look at no nigga like he a bitch because he got his stomach done. He might be a lazy motherfucker.
What if you get like, you know, they be doing like pec implants now. You can get a big...
For a chest, you want to look like me?
Cover.
I mean, some people can't grow that shit.
Yeah.
So go get it done. If that's what you want to do, if you got the money to do it, go do it. If you got the scam to do it. Just don't get caught on the table scamming. And they take the shit out your chest. You feel me?
Got you.
But do whatever. If the shoe fit, wear it. If that's what you want to do, man, do it, man. You know, people got to start living their life, stop worrying about what the fuck other people thinking of them. If this what the fuck you want to do and this shit make you happy, nigga, do that shit.
You said something like, why do we kind of judge other people? But is it wrong to judge people? Because I judge people all the time.
I mean, yeah, it is.
Why?
Like,
why is it wrong
like,
to
why
judge
you
people?
judging people?
I think you got to for a couple of reasons. I think number one,
why?
You got to judge a person. Well, I guess what's your definition of judging somebody?
Somebody that just walk in the room and you talk about their shoes, man, look at them Nikes he got on, his hat, that Detroit hat. That's judging a person. You know what I'm saying? But if you fuck with a nigga, so you fuck with me and I steal something, or you see me, oh, I'm saying I'm married and I'm fucking all the bitches, but you don't want to fuck with me because you feel like if I ain't taking care of my queen and I'm just cheating on her and doing all this shit, so now you don't want to do business with me because you feel like I'm not a loyal person. I understand that. To me, that ain't really judging. A person showing you who they are, they showing their character. You know what I'm saying? But if a chick walk in the room and her ass fat, then another bitch with no ass, like, look at this bitch, think she this, that's judging the person. You know what I'm saying? That's hating. Yeah, but if a person is stealing and doing shit like that, shit, you making a smart decision not to fuck with them.
Because I look at it like every time we look at somebody, when we first meet them, we look at shoes, we look at clothes, we look at how they look, how they present, we judging them.
I mean, most people are, and you're right about that. But once you get into business and you get around people with some real money, you realize these niggas ain't wearing Christian Dior's. You know what I'm saying? These niggas coming out in dirty L1s and jumping in a Bentley. They in a rave.
But I guarantee within their group, or their crew of friends, they judging somebody like, oh, he the broke one though. Or look what he jumping in. Yeah. Like for us, yeah, they ain't wearing all the, what you call it, the peacock shit to just pop out and say, look how much money I got. But amongst billionaires, they looking at niggas who barely billionaires. Like, look at him. He barely a billionaire. Look, he just bought like a 45-foot
judge yacht. People off their word. Mm-hmm. That's what I judge you off, y'all.
You don't never just judge somebody just for a good time?
No, hell no. Like, I go off your word.
No roasting sessions, just fucking.
I roast people. I'm funny than a motherfucker. I'm damn near a comedian.
Don't look at your phone like, baby.
You want me to roast you right there?
I mean, nah, because
judging hurts. No Chicago shit, but that's what we do. We grew up roasting. Yeah. But I judge, especially men, people, period.
Yeah.
Off your word. Now, when you tell me something, you don't do it. It's like, oh man, Big D, man, you fuck with him? Ain't cool. I don't fuck with him though. But you can fuck with him because you might keep your word with the next nigga, even though you ain't keep it with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be in the street dragging your name. I just don't fuck with you.
Got you.
You lied to me 2 times. I'm straight.
So then you judged me off of 2 times.
Yeah, I am.
So judging is cool. It just depends on how you use it.
Yeah, it is. If you judge a person walking in the room because they beautiful, or a nigga got his body together, or the nigga pulling up in that whip, or he got that watch and that chain on, and you judging him, oh, he's scamming. You a hater.
Yeah, I be hating sometimes, bro. Like, look at that shit.
You'll grow out of that shit, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I gotta get some more money. Like,
no, man, that shit come off self-esteem. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, self-esteem.
I feel like I'm having like a therapy moment right now. So
I'm just telling you some real shit. It's self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm the shit. I don't care if a nigga walking here with jewelry from his head, the crown, all the way down. That ain't finna make me feel no way. He wanna come fuck with me. I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you wanna come fuck with me? You gonna come fuck with me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Good businessman, good guy, good family man. You gonna wanna come fuck with me because I'm somebody you can trust and that's loyal.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
Billionaire Black end up linking you with, like you said, you end up meeting Duck now, Lil J through him. Like, seeing those guys come up and just kind of pop off, because Lil J just went crazy before he ended up getting locked up.
sure.
Who was, I guess at that time, because I'm not as, I guess, like, who was the lead in that, I guess, in that circle at that time? But was it Lil J that was popping more than Billionaire and Duck at that time? Because Duck kind of got his right before.
I mean, at that time, they all was like buzzing. Then Lil J took the fuck off. Yeah,
got you.
That's true. Everybody know that shit. Shorty had took off. He was snapping.
What was your first take of like Lil J? And because I know he kind of got a reputation that kind of precedes him a little bit.
I mean, we was always cool.
Yeah.
So I was flooding his ass with clothes. Shit.
There you go.
So I was making money. He needs something. I give it to her. That's how it was going. Shit. One hand watch the other.
Because I know I seen the interview with King Yella, I guess. Well, first I seen the interview with Say Cheese when he did the when Lil J first got out, and they brought up King Yella and how they fell out kind of over a girl.
Yeah.
And I guess King Yella showed up to his chick house and Lil J was there.
I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
Got you.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nothing about what they was doing, shit.
Because it seemed like, I just bring that up, not necessarily getting their business, but it seemed like a majority of, what percentage of beef would you put behind actual women, their money?
I mean, shit, that shit 90%. These niggas ain't beefing over money. These niggas beefing over pussy.
Damn.
Shit, niggas ain't beefing over money. 90% of these murders, if you go back and really do the research, like, damn, where this war started? That shit was over a bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody baby mama or bitch got fucked. Didn't tell the guys this is what was going on. Make it like he got into it with a motherfucker. Somebody got whacked over here, then somebody got whacked here, whacked there, and you look up, that shit a decade.
Yeah.
Then a century.
When Lil J got out, because what he did, a 7-year bid? 7 years?
Yeah,
something like that?
so. Yeah.
He get out, he do the Say Cheese interview. When I just interviewed Sean said, you know, he helped Lil J get a deal.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. He made a new code word for snitching, Italian beef and Pepsi.
Pepsi, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These of that nature. Like, him getting out and doing this thing and then turning around and going right back. Like, what was your thought on that? Like, were you surprised when you heard it?
To be honest, I'm just like, I thought he was smarter than that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But I know God don't make mistakes, you know? And I felt like that might be the safe place for him at the time. Because Chicago people down at a rapid pace, you know what I'm saying? So God don't make mistakes. So
we'll get ready to end with this because I feel like I can unpack so much, man. And I know I can always get you back since, you know, you gave me some information about your next move.
And I'm in Dallas, man. Y'all come fuck with me. Tap in with me, man.
Yeah, man. So we'll touch on it if you want to bring it up, but does leaving Chicago solve the issue? When people look like, I remember, again, talking about Mama Duck, I'm like, why not just move? If you're seeing all this around you, why not just leave? Is leaving Chicago a solution?
Yes, it is. Leaving Chicago is a solution. I felt like it's Duck. I got DMs and text messages, me and Duck. I'm like, man, when you leaving? Literally, like, I felt like if Duck would have left, he'd be alive. Shit, look at Chief Keef, who started all this drill shit.
Yeah.
Where he started the drill era, but he the GOAT he changed the whole fucking game. Texas probably won't doing the shit that they doing now before Chief Keef came out.
Facts.
I know that for a fact. New York wasn't even doing it. They was really B-boys still. New York Sun doing all that shit. Chief Keef, then you got Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Shorty, he changed the game with that shit.
Sean felt like drill music is dying.
Never. That shit ain't dying. That shit getting bigger and bigger. You know why? Labels make more money when you're dead.
You think so? I don't think so.
Man, why not? Why not? You got to think about it. Rappers don't even have life insurance. Don't even have a fucking wheel. You niggas better listen. Y'all better go get life insurance yourself. Y'all niggas better get some wheels. The state taking their money and the labels taking their royalties. Motherfuckers recouping little YouTube shit. Think about the money, the back end that the labels getting when these artists are deceased. They getting the real bread.
Do you feel like, because I feel like it just spikes. Like, you know, like, okay, an artist alive and money is like this. It kind of steady. Our artist die, yeah, the streams and everything like spike straight up. But only for a because I mean, the further you get away from the death, everything's tend to start to come back down.
Yeah. But think about this. You ain't beating no murder case with the witness alive, with the person you shot alive, right?
Right.
You can beat everybody out of this money when that rapper dead. Because guess what? Nobody in their family got the lawyer that you got or the type of funds that you have, right?
Right.
So if they rappers, y'all start really thinking about afterlife, should it be better for y'all when y'all do perish? Because the life that y'all living, you're going to go to jail, you're going to get killed. This shit real out here, you know what I'm saying? So get your own life insurance. Get you a $10 million, $3 million, $1 million policy. Need some money for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Get you a will. So that way you can put your YouTube in your will. You can put your, what's the other shit where they get all their money for every 3 months and shit?
Oh, yeah, they streaming their royalty.
Yeah. You get your royalties and all that shit. You can get your ass cap and your BMI.
Yep.
You can put all this shit in your will for who you want this shit to go to. When you know you living this life, go get you a will. Get with your nearest insurance agent and get you life insurance and get you a will. When you know you really rapping this shit, you in this shit, come on.
Is it wrong for labels to take out life insurance policies on their own?
This shit business. It's a business. I just invested a half a ticket to you or a ticket. The fuck? I want insurance on my buddy. At the end of the day, this shit about money. They don't give a fuck if you live or die.
Yeah.
Because if you die, they got that shit covered too. So why not start covering y'all ass? If you know you out here and you any day you can get smoked, but I know what it be. When the nigga never had no money, you feel untouchable. When I had my first $100,000, I was talking shit to everybody. I ain't gonna lie, everybody. And then when you look up and you got $20, then you in a hole, 50,000, shit.
Yeah.
You gonna humble yourself. So when they first touch that real money, you know, people don't be humble. But get y'all some life insurance and most definitely get y'all a will. That will is very important in your life.
Now, I see on the interview, you said you were never planning on leaving Chicago, that you wanted to teach and, you know what I'm saying, give back to your community.
Yeah.
But now you busting the move to Texas. Why did change your heart?
I mean, it's time to glow up. It's time to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. The Texans, they beef with each other and you come from out of town. Different. That's how black people, that's how we are. Mm. We hate our own, but we'll let somebody else infiltrate the game on us.
For sure.
Even if you think about the Black Panthers back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They let a motherfucker come inside, infiltrate it. All the gangs, everybody. This happened with the mobs, everybody. That dude that come from out of town, you can get money. Because you ain't got no beefs with people there. And it don't even be that you really got beefs, but it just be, you don't know nobody there. You know, once you got that lane of just doing good business, it's different. So it's like in Chicago, you be having feelings for people. You know, You fuck with the Stones, the BDs, the Vice Lords, the Foes, the Snakes. And you'll be having love for everybody, then everybody just killing each other. Then you just be like, damn, I'm tired of this shit. Every day on Instagram, going on Instagram, damn, MC did, a Foe did, an Insane did, a GD did. But you know all of them. Yeah. You done wore your clothes, walked in your store. You'd been in their birthday parties. Some of them probably came to your kids' baby showers. And it just be like, it be nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So because I mean, you can still see the same thing being somewhere else.
Yeah, but it's different because other places, you got some people that's calling shots.
Yeah.
Chicago just, it's like the Wild Wild West. A lot of young niggas with heat, with switches. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, my store got broken to 6 times and I'm one of them niggas.
So now the name get changed to Texas King Day.
Nah, Chirac forever.
Forever.
I know this. But I'm down here to do business.
Yeah.
And my goal was with my store, Culture Chicago, was to go other places, open up Culture Texas, Houston, Culture Dallas, Culture Miami, Culture New York. Like, so that was my goal. So I'm living my dream right now.
Hey, man.
So I ain't in Texas forever. I'm here right now. Y'all come fuck with me, tap in. Let's build some different shit. All the brands and all that shit, let's build. Then boom, I'm going here. But this still gonna be going. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. Like, I look at a lot of artists, right? I look at Smirk. I look at Yeezy. I even look at Keith. I look at Ruger. When they leave, they really get money. When you stay home, your money really never pile up how it should be, or you get killed. That's true.
Yeah, ain't worth it.
It's facts. I ain't dumb. Well, you know how they be like, stay woke.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm woke.
Hey, man, well, welcome to Texas, man. We got to get you some boots, belt buckles.
I want the buckle. I got to have a hat.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro. Well, we got to tap in again, man.
Yeah. Hey, and I brought a dope artist with me, too. Chrissy J. So you definitely got to interview her. She got a story.
Hey, for sure, I got it.
Yeah. She's snapping on the rap side in Chicago. She did a little time and shit, so she different. She ain't like the regular females out here. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, matter of fact, next week, can you interview her?
I'm down, man.
Right,
my schedule open.
All right.
Hey, man, well, till we
you know, you got to put people on the spot so I can go back to your video. Remember that? Don't edit this part neither, big deal. But no, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, though.
Hey, man, till we meet again.
All right,
peace out.
I heard.